Dear friends, I would like to present to you our contest, which is called Implementation of Renewable Sources of Energy in the City Infrastructure. My name is George Kekalidze. I'm chairman of the board of a non-profit organization for promoting the renewable sources of energy, Eurosolar Russia. And we created this contest, and it has started in the fall 2013, and it will go until the February 2014. And we would like you to understand what this means, and if you would like to become a partner of this contest, you are more than welcome. The basis of the contest is, of course, the financing which was given by the All-Russian Society Znanie, or Knowledge, quite famous organization from the times of Soviet Union, and today it got the new life after the chairman and head of the council became Mrs. Lyudmila Shvetsova, who is also vice speaker of the Russian parliament, and very famous for her social work as 16 years first deputy of the Moscow major. We are very lucky to get the financing from Znanie. We won the contest to do that, which is a president's grant. And it is kind of a public-private partnership where we have the state funding, and we also welcome the private companies to participate into this idea of promotion of renewable sources of energy in Russia. I don't need to explain to you why it is so important for Russia to develop renewable sources of energy, and we hope that step by step our little efforts also will bring more and more solar, wind or bioenergy for this our historical country of oil and gas. For this reason we are welcoming our partners, and we are making these contests first of all among the students, because we believe that the brightest ideas are coming when you are young. So we have 4 leading universities like Moscow Technological University, like Moscow Energetical Institute, Energy Institute, like Moscow Electronic Institute from Zelenograd, and a number of others also joining the club today. But not only for the students, it's also anybody can participate in this contest if he has the idea which he wants to develop in renewable energy. We have 3 basic nominations of this contest. One is the ideas of promoting the renewable energy in your city, because this is not only for Moscow but for all the cities of Russia. The second is the practical implementation of renewable energy sources in the city infrastructure. And if you walk around Moscow, you will see that there are already several different ideas implemented. We are also lucky to say with our help. For example, the street lights on the solar energy, or you can see the Wi-Fi's on the solar energy in the parks of the city, or you can see the bus stations are now starting to develop on the solar energy, and so on and so forth. So basically we promote the ideas to be given, and then our experts will be working with the students, with the youth, to make sure that this idea is transformed into the practical project. For this, we have created the internet site, which is called energyznanie.ru. Through this internet site, through this portal, the projects can be submitted, and then the experts will start to work with the applicants to make sure that the project actually gets the best out of the idea given. And the third nomination, which I forgot to say, that is the best design, because of course the design is important in the city infrastructure. A couple words about the experts. These are famous people in our industry. Well, first of all, this is Commission of Ecology and Sustainable Growth, Sustainable Development of Public Chamber of the Moscow City, and its chairman, Mr. Alexander Ginsburg. This is Mr. Boris Edelman, who is one of the main, I would say, figures in solar industry in our country. For 20 years he's working as a general manager of the company Telekom STV. These are number of other important experts from Russia and also some Western experts. For example, Mr. Klaus Thiessen, professor from the Berlin Adlershof Park, or Mr. Matthias Seidel, representing the company Rotorau, one of the leaders of the industry in manufacturing the solar cells. Of course, last but not least, is that the best projects will be presented to head of our society, our non-profit organization, Nobel Prize winner, academician Jure Solfyorov, who is the president of Eurosolar non-profit organization. So who are the partners of our club? These are the companies which we don't need basically to introduce. This is, for example, Centrotherm, the leading company in silicon technologies based in Germany and manufacturing the equipment for processing the silicon until the ingots and the wafers. This is the company like Rotorau, member of the Meyer-Burger Group, which also makes the equipment, first-class equipment from making the solar cells and also modules. This is the company SolarWatt from Dresden, which makes the modules, one of the few in Europe who is still in business. And a number of other companies, for example, our partners AEG Power Solutions, which is the leading institution, the leading company in manufacturing of power sources, inverters, and so on. Of course, not to forget the Berlin Adlershof Park, which is the great institution created to narrow the implementation gap between the science and the practical technology, where you have about 14 different higher education institutions with a lot of students, a lot of professors working, and about 600 companies in solar, in wind, in other technologies of renewable energy, in capacity building as well, and in storing of the energy, and so on and so forth, as well as media. So we have quite impressive club, and if you feel like you are a company that can also be useful for the project, you're more than welcome, provided that you are one of the leading companies in the industry, at least in your company, in your country, not necessarily global. What the partners do, they take the winning students. So they take them to visit their company, to tour the company, to give them the possibility to work a little bit, maybe in the lab, to introduce them deeper into the technologies of renewable energy. This is what we require from our partners. So in many cases, this is not a financial burden, but you can use the resources that you as a leading company in the industry have. And of course, we have to mention that the project got the support of Ministry of Energy of Russian Federation and the Public Chamber of the City of Moscow. And the best projects will be then presented through the Public Chamber to the infrastructure management of different departments of Moscow City, to transport department, to architectural department, to construction department, to ecology department, because it very well may be that these best ideas can be translated into the project that city is willing to implement. So, welcome to our project. Again, you can see and read all the information on the site energyznani.ru, and see you in Moscow.